Pareto Principle, or the 80-20 rule, states that roughly 80% of the consequences come from 20% of the causes. In other words, there are often a vital few contributors that have the highest impact. You might have hundreds of customers, but often there are only a handful of customers who are more important to you because they bring the most revenue. You can apply the Pareto Principle to understand who those customers are and thus focus your marketing efforts on acquiring similar customers. You might have a dozen friends, but there are often one or two best friends whose company you enjoy the most. If you're a school teacher, you might have 30 students in your class, but that one student can be a real pain in your neck. So 1 out of 30 or 3% of your students causes you the most trouble in class. So it's not always 80-20, it can be 90-10, it can be 99-100, or it can be a completely different ratio. The real message is to distinguish between the vital few and trivial many. Here's another example. There are about 8 billion people in the world today, but out of these, only about 2,700 are billionaires. So total world's economy is $85 trillion, but these 2,700 billionaires have a net worth of about $13 trillion. 0.00034% of the world's population has 15% of the world's wealth. So the wealth is so unevenly distributed. This is again an example of the Pareto Principle. By the way, it's estimated that to end world hunger by 2030, we need $330 billion. And this is roughly 2.5% of the world's billionaires' net worth. If the billionaires were to contribute 2.5% of their total net worth, we could end world hunger. The Pareto Principle, or the 80-20 rule, can be applied to so many different areas. You can apply it to relationships to see which relations give you the most joy versus the most pain. You can apply it to your own habits. Where are you spending most of your time? Is it productive or not? For example, for some people, screen time or watching Netflix, etc. could be one activity out of many activities that they do in a day, which contributes to 25% of the time that they spend in that day. Thank you so much. For more mental models, check out my channel.